Welcome back, Smile Squad, to another episode of Smile Sessions. And I'm your host, Christina Perry. And I just wanted to start off by saying thank you. Thank you to all of you who tune in to explore ways on how we can live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. Today, we're going to take a refreshing look at the perceived decline of common sense in our society. But instead of focusing on the negatives, I will uncover the silver linings and opportunities for growth that this phenomenon brings. So let's get started. First up, let's talk about innovation and creativity. When people deviate from conventional wisdom or common sense, it sometimes leads to groundbreaking ideas and innovation. For example, think about some of the most successful entrepreneurs and inventors who initially were considered unconventional or even lacking common sense. Nikola Tesla and Steve Jobs are just a few examples of those who chose to think outside the box and challenge the status quo, paving the way for incredible advancements. One Canadian entrepreneur who was known for thinking outside the box is Tobi Lütke, the co-founder and CEO of Shopify. Lütke revolutionized e-commerce by creating a platform that allows anyone to start up and scale an online business. Instead of just building an online store, he developed an ecosystem that inspires small businesses that provides them with tools for marketing, logistics, and payments. He also embraces unconventional business philosophies. So, rather than viewing the lack of common sense as a drawback, we can see it as a catalyst for creative problem solving and innovation. Next, let's explore adaptability and resilience. The world is constantly changing, and sometimes what was once considered common sense no longer applies. This shift requires us to adapt. Embracing this change fosters resilience and helps us navigate the complexities of modern life. A great example of this is something I've mentioned before: gentle parenting. The baby boomer generation doesn't necessarily agree with the gentle parenting, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't give it a try. By staying open-minded and flexible, we can better handle uncertainty and thrive in an ever-changing world. I mean, for many of us millennials, things have been ever-evolving since 9/11, so I think we've proven we can handle uncertainty. And I think I speak for most of us when I say we would really like to stop playing this live-action version of Jumanji now. How is lack of common sense a great learning opportunity? Well, when you encounter situations that seem to defy common sense, it's an invitation to pause, reflect, and gain new insights. For example, you might learn about different cultural perspectives, scientific principles, or social dynamics that we've never considered before. With cultural perspectives, I'm going to focus on family structure and roles. You have the Western perspective. In many Western cultures, there's an emphasis on the nuclear family, that is, the parents and their children. Individualism is often highlighted, and young adults are often encouraged to live independently separate from their parents. This is prevalent in the US, where it's common for young adults to move out after high school or college to pursue personal interests or career opportunities. Exactly how you see it in the movies. Nurture our understanding and experiences to personal growth. I myself, growing up in an Italian-Greek family, this wasn't even an option for discussion. As the eldest of 3 children, some perfectionism, and a dash of doing the right thing, I remained at home until I got married, and well, we all know how that turned out. So, let's embrace the chance to learn and grow from these moments. Now, when it comes to biocentrism, this idea challenges the traditional materialistic view of the universe, or better yet, the multiverse. This theory suggests that our universe is just one of many possible universes that exists. These alternate universes may have different physical laws and constants. This idea challenges the notion of a single, unique universe and opens up possibilities for understanding the nature of reality. These concepts represent some of the cutting-edge ideas and principles that are pushing the boundaries of our scientific understanding. As research continues, they could lead to new discoveries, which is really exciting. Finally, when it comes to the rise of digital nomadism and remote work, this has created new social dynamics that challenge traditional notions of work and community. Understanding the social structures and support systems that emerge among remote workers, as well as the impact on local cultures and economies, can shed light on future work trends. COVID was another example of how many businesses quickly adapted and implemented work from home procedures, which proved to be effective in increasing productivity and keeping employees happy because of work-life balance, which leads me into our positive aspect, the opportunity to develop empathy and understanding. When we see behaviors that seem to lack common sense, it's important to remember that everyone has their own experiences and perspectives. Many of us have been in a situation where a family member expresses a different opinion than yours. We try to understand, even if we don't agree with it. You might say, I see where you're coming from, even though I have a different view on this. Or you can say, can you help me understand your reasoning? What I've learned is that empathy is not about agreeing with someone or condoning their actions. It's about recognizing their humanity and acknowledging their feelings. It's about creating a safe space for them to be heard and understood. By taking the time to understand where others are coming from, we can build stronger connections and foster a more compassionate society. This empathy helps us to support one another and to work towards common goals. Finally, challenging common sense can lead to challenging the status quo and driving positive change. When we don't take things at face value and we question why, we can identify outdated practices and advocate for better alternatives. This critical thinking is essential for progress and helps us build a more just and more equitable world. To conclude, while it may seem like common sense is in short supply these days, there are many positive aspects to this phenomenon. By embracing innovation, adaptability, learning opportunities, empathy, and critical thinking, we can turn this perceived challenge into a source of strength and growth. Tune in Tuesday, when I will discuss perspective and perception. Whose reality is it anyway? Thank you, Smile Squad, for joining today's session. If you enjoyed today's content, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Remember, a little bit of open-mindedness and curiosity goes a long way. Until next time, keep questioning and keep smiling. I'm Christina Perry, and this has been another session for your soul.